Hello, my name is Adya and I would like to share with you the story of Mahabharata I have learned from my father throughout these years. One fine day, the Pandavas and the Kauravas were born. Their fathers were, for Pandavas it was Pandu and for Kauravas it was Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra was blind. It all started one day when Pandu went to the forest to hunt and told Dhritarashtra, "You can have the throne while I'm gone." But unfortunately, Pandu died during that experience. The Pandavas asked Dhritarashtra, their uncle, for the throne back, but he refused. Duryodhana, feeling bad, gave them one palace. They wanted the palace in such a way that in a place where it looked like there was flow, it was water. In a place where it looked like there was water, there was flow. So, they were all getting a tour of the palace when Duryodhana decided, I don't need a tour. I know this palace by heart. So he set off on his own and unfortunately got drenched. Draupadi, the Pandavas' wife, said, "A blind man's son is also blind." Duryodhana got furious hearing this. This is how the Mahabharata war started. The Pandavas wanted to come up with a compromise so the war would not happen. So they played a dice game of Ludo. But Shakuni, the Kauravas' uncle, gave Duryodhana a special dice made from his father's backbone. What happened was, when they and the Kauravas' wife were little, they were put in a camp and a jail where they would only get a cup of rice a day. They saved the rice for Shakuni and the Kauravas' wife so that they would live. And before they died, Shakuni's father said, "Make a dice out of my backbone. It will be a magical dice that whatever number you want, it will come on the dice." So he did that, and that was the dice that was presented before Duryodhana. So, as anticipated, Duryodhana kept winning. So because he kept winning, the Pandavas had to go on 14-year exile to the forest. And the deal was, if anyone there recognized you, you would have to do another 14 years. So they completed their 14 years and went to Krishna. Krishna is a majestic god. So Arjuna and Duryodhana both went to Krishna, and Krishna was pretending to sleep. Arjuna, Duryodhana, what brings you here? So they both said, "We need you for fighting." So Krishna said, "Okay." He said, "I will give one of you my army, and the other one of you, I will come in person, but I won't fight. I will only be a charioteer." Okay, so he said, "Arjuna, you pick first. I saw you first." So Arjuna will say, "My lord, what better gift will be than having you yourself here? So I pick you." Duryodhana will say quietly, "What a fool. He could have picked the army and won easily." "Okay then, I'll take your army," he said to Krishna. "Okay, it's settled then." So the war began. It went for 18 days. A character named Bhima was an incarnation of Krishna, and he took an oath, "I will not fight against the king." So he had to fight for the bad side, unfortunately. So what happened was, there was 18 days in the war, and on the, I'm pretty sure, 6th day, Bhishma died, laying on a bed of arrows. And he asked, "Can I get a pillow?" And Duryodhana rushed and got him pillows. And he said, "Chi, not those, warrior's pillow." And Arjuna knew what that meant. So he shot 2 arrows, and then Bhishma laid on that, and he died. I think on the 18th day, Duryodhana. So on the 18th day, Duryodhana unfortunately passed away. And there's another story to that. I'll tell you now. So what happened was, because the Kauravas' dad was blind, the Kauravas, his wife also felt bad, so she put a blindfold on her eyes so that she was also blind. And she asked Duryodhana, "Come here, no clothes, naked, so when I look at you, you will become immortal." So Krishna saw him doing this. So he said, "Chi," that means disgusting. "Chi, Duryodhana, what is this? Go put some towel and go." And he said, "Oh, you're right, this is disgusting." So he went and put a towel and came. So, Dhritarashtra's wife took off the blindfold and examined his body and said, "Why did you wear towel? I told you to come naked." And so the only place you could kill him was on the thigh. So on the 18th day, Arjuna shot an arrow right at his thigh, and he dropped to the ground in a pool of blood, and he died. So, one by one, all of the Kauravas were getting killed, and Dhritarashtra called them all into the Pandavas all into his palace, so that he could hug them. But in place for Dhritarashtra's eyes, he got very strong arms. His plan was to hug them, squeeze them, and kill them. And before they went forward, Krishna said, "Stop." And he quickly made a statue of Arjuna, and he hugged that. And Dhritarashtra hugged that, and it crumbled. He asked, "What? Why did you crumble?" And then they said, we were not in the statue." And then they were like, "Sorry." And this time they actually hugged him. After hugging, Dhritarashtra realized his mistake and felt truly sorry. So, without further ado, he gave the throne to Yudhishthira, realizing the promise he had made to Pandu, and they ruled happily ever after. And how they died. So, they didn't die just like that. They climbed the top of the Himalayas and decided to die there. But on the way, a little dog was following Yudhishthira, the oldest son. And he wanted, when going to heaven, Yudhishthira wanted the dog to come with him as well, or he didn't want to go to heaven. Indra, the god of rain, pleased by this saying, made the dog and Yudhishthira go to heaven. That's all for today. Thank you.